Hello, BookTube. Welcome back to the History Shelf. Today is Sunday, October something. It's probably the 24th, I'm thinking. Yes. And I thought I'd just make a chatty video just to, I got a lot of random things here. I've got some magazines that came in the mail that I'd just like to show you. It's just a small snippet of what I subscribe to. As you can see in the corner now, I've got my magazine rack. Those are just some of the primary magazines that I've subscribed to, but I get journals and stuff like that as well. And, I had some mail in the hallway foyer, and I was like, I haven't shown periodicals in a little bit, so I'll just show what came in just the last few days. So I thought I'd show you that. I thought I'd talk about some of the things I'm reading right now, some of the things I've recently finished, and just, I don't know, just kind of just chat. I've got another big video coming up. I'm not sure which one I'll post first, but I have lots of new military history titles from Casemate came in, so that's almost an hour video right there. But I thought I'd make just a more informal, anything goes, fly by the seat of your pants type of video, just to chat with you guys. I just miss chatting and just being, myself and talking about whatever comes to the top of my head. Well, let's start with what is Peg reading right now. Peg is in the midst of two buddy reads for two very large biographies, history, and if you follow me on Instagram, if you want to follow me on Instagram, my social media stuff is linked in the description box and also in my banner. I've got all the requisite places you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads. So, but I posted a picture on Instagram saying, "Are you a dust jacket person, on or off type of person?" Because I've got two big weighty books, and sometimes these covers slide around too much for me, and I like to read them with them off. And a lot of you, it was almost half and half. A lot of people were like, I read them with them on, and some people were like, I read them with them off, but I like to put them back on when it's time to put them back on the shelves. But so you know what? For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to hold up the dust jackets, so I don't have to wave around a really 5-pound book, So the first buddy read I'm in the midst of right now is John Meacham's Thomas Jefferson, The Art of Power. I'm reading it with Bill Ruttenberg, another fellow booktuber, and John David, who also has a channel. I'll link their channels below, of course. Really enjoying this. I'm in part 4 right now, where Jefferson is, his wife has just died. He is just incoherent with grief, but he accepts the position to go to France to work out the peace proposal. So that's where I'm at with that. I'm enjoying the buddy read with Bill and John. So that's what I'm about 160 pages into that, something like that. And then the other buddy read I'm enjoying very much, and here's my dust jacket, is Frederick Douglass, The Prophet of Freedom by David W. Blight. And I'm reading this with Lukash at A Cruel Reader's Thesis, frequent commenter and buddy reader and friend Patrice Jones, and Bill Ruttenberg. He joined our buddy read at the very last moment, in the first week, and he asked if he could join in. So there's 3 of us now, and it's really a lot of fun. We have Voxers back and forth. So loving this. In fact, just from the first 100 pages or so already, and from like Patrice's books that she has found, I've already purchased another book online, a used book, but it's just includes all the known photographs of Frederick Douglass. It's called Picturing Frederick Douglass. So thanks to Patrice, I will be getting that one soon, and I will show it on this channel. But I'm just fascinated by Douglass, and I really makes me want to get out my, oh, I think I might have moved it. Darn it. But I have his autobiography. He wrote 3. So I need to find out which one that I have. I think it's just the narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass or something like that. So anyway, we are reading this one right now, and this will carry over into November. There's no way we're finishing this, or Thomas Jefferson, by the end of this month. So those two books will comprise, my current reading for nonfiction November. But you know what? For me, it's nonfiction all year long at the history shelf. I do read fiction and I do review fiction for different outlets. I enjoy thrillers and mysteries, and those are and historical fiction, big time historical fiction. I review for the Historical Novel Society, and so every quarter I have at least 3 books by them that I can select and request to review. So, but mostly I read history and nonfiction of, philosophy, politics type of stuff. Sometimes current events, but anyway, one of the recent books that I finished history-wise, and I was really pleased that I had been working off of an advanced review copy, but they were kind enough, the publisher, for our Strauss and Giroux, one of my favorites, sent me the finished copy. So, but I'm saving my advanced reader copy because that's the one I really underlined and annotated, and I used it to write a review for Shelf Awareness, which will be coming out next week. So, what I might do is once it comes out, I'll edit my comment box below, and I'll link to that review in case you're interested. But it is The Broken Constitution, brand new. This is coming out November 2nd, so next week, and they just sent me the finished copy, which is fabulous. Lincoln Slavery and the Refounding of America by Noah Feldman, who also wrote The 3 Lives of James Madison, which I haven't read yet, but makes me want to read it because I was really intrigued with the angles and the argument that Noah Feldman made here. Noah Feldman also wrote a very different type of book about the Arab Winter, so which was a recent book that came out, I think from Oxford. It was a university press, but I need to check that one out. And see where that came from. But I recently finished this. It's great to have the finished copy. My advanced review copy didn't have photos. It didn't have, it didn't have all that. But I'm saving my my reading copy because I just wrote tons of notes in the margins. But anyway, I won't. It was a paid review, so I'm not gonna talk about. All I can do is recommend it. I can recommend it and say it was a very cogent and well-structured argument about Lincoln's use of his powers as in the executive office to reshape the Constitution, to break it, and actually remake it. But I will add my review into the comment box once that review goes live. Anyway, that's a recent book that I've read, and I would highly recommend. Okay, I know, and I've read a lot more. So, Peggy, try to remember. You know what? Yes, there's one right behind me. Let me just pause this 1 second. Okay, yes, it was in the closet behind me. I had to move things around when we were, reorganizing the house. But recently finished, They Called Us Lucky, The Life and Afterlife of Iraq War's Hardest Hit Unit by Ruben Gallego with Jim DeFelice. This is my uncorrected proof copy. This also is coming out November 2nd, I believe. I think it's November 2nd or 9th. Either way, I wrote a review for Shelf Awareness, so that'll be upcoming as well. Again, I will, if you think of it and if you're interested, you can come back to this video, and I will have edited the comment section to include a link to both this review, They Called Us Lucky, and The Broken Constitution. This was a great war memoir. Ruben Gallego is a representative from Arizona, I think. So he's active member of Congress, and but he's a Iraq War veteran. So it was just outstanding. I really love this book, but I will link to my review once that goes live later. Let's see. And then I've been reading some fiction, of course, but nothing too much to write home about. Other current reads that are like nonfiction related. This one I'll be reviewing this for Shelf Awareness it's for their December. It comes out in December. Wait, No. No. Wait. Yes. I don't know. You always you have to read these things, and review has to be done a month before the publication comes out. So, or the book comes out. So anyway, I know that this is due November 7th. So I've got about a week and a half to go or something. But anyway, it looks really interesting. And it's an ebook. I don't have it advanced copy review on paper, but it's A Killer by Design, Murderers, Mind Hunters. Sorry for the glare. Ooh, look, trippy, you can see me. Woo! Okay, A Killer by Design, Murderers, Mind Hunters, and My Quest to Decipher the Criminal Mind by Anne Burgess and with Stephen Constantine. Now, when I was made aware of this book, off of a recommendation from my sister of all people, because she doesn't like violent TV shows or anything like that, she said she had started watching the show on Netflix, which I was aware of, but I never really looked at it, but it's called Mind Hunters. And then I started watching it, and I'm like, although some of it, just hearing about the crimes and stuff is very brutal, and it's just nothing pleasant at all. But it's the methodology that the agents used along with this, and I think it might be based on this woman, because in the show, they meet up with a psychologist from a university, and she's like, I'm very interested in these interviews you're doing with serial killers. We could build out a whole profile. And so it goes into how this whole criminal profiling thing really took on went up and just 5 notches or something like that. So I still want to do some research on this to see if this is the woman they based the show on, not just her, but the 2 agents, because she talks about, and I'm in chapter 2 of this book so far. It's not easy reading. I haven't even gotten into the worst of it yet, as far as the cases that they cover. But Anne Burgess really, she studies the minds of serial rapists and sexual violence, and but she's doing it so that they can build adequate type of responses from law enforcement to how to handle the victims and how to approach them. And so I mean, she's doing good work here, and I don't know. I'm intrigued by this, and then the tie into the whole Mindhunter show on Netflix. So if you know anything about this or the show, and if you are a fan of the show, or if you've got some insight into this, and if you're interested, again, this book is coming out very soon. This is just an advanced digital galley from NetGalley that I was able to get. Yeah. So, A Killer by Design. This is coming out soon. I think in December. So anyway, I just started that. And then there's a historical fiction book that I've just started that I will be reviewing for Book Trip. And it's called The Road Remembered. And it's essentially, I'm only about 50 pages in. But it's a World War II kind of reminiscence of a guy who's looking back at his time going through Europe as a 19-year-old. And then there's another story of a German woman who tries to help save a baby from the Nazis, and then how their 2 stories intertwine. Yeah, it's The Road Remembered, and I am really just in early days on this. But it reads really well. So we'll see. We'll see how this turns out. So that's historical fiction I'm reading right now. What else? I feel like there's more that I'm not sharing. I'm kind of charting out my reading for the month, so I still need to pick out, as I mentioned briefly in my other video that I'll be uploading, some nonfiction that if I can find. I think I might have misplaced the books that are part of this trilogy. I didn't misplace, but we packed things away and just trying to move. Books got moved. Books got put into storage. I feel part of me is missing in a sense, but I have enough here to read until we do move, and then I can adequately put together, restructure my library in a new home next spring. But either way, I'm going to probably be reading at least some type of World War II nonfiction history. And I might take up, David Murphy is going to be doing World War II nonfiction November. And I think I'd like to do The Iron Sea. He had recommended that book, and I saw that it was on sale on Book Outlet. So I might be ordering that today. I'd like to read that along with David, and whoever else wants to join in. Let's see, and what else? Okay, so that's what's going on there. I know I'm forgetting things. Let me just show you some of the odd mail that came in. Not odd mail, but you know, stuff that gives me ideas for Christmas. What I can ask Martine for Christmas. I got the Folio Society's Christmas guide in the mail, and something new they've created here that I want. It's $200. But look at this. Look what new book they decided to turn into a 2-volume set. And as you know, I have Folio Societies up there and more over here. See, as you could see, there's like and I've got them everywhere. But look at what they've just turned into a 2-volume set. Neil Sheehan's A Bright Shining Lie. Why is my camera glitching? Oh, it's because I just moved it, probably. Okay. 2-volume set. Okay. Includes over 50 images. It's $195. So either I'm saving up or Martine's going to be taking out a loan. No, I'm just kidding. You know, this is one of the histories on Vietnam I have not read yet. And I've been told that I need to read it. I think Lawrence, my friend Lawrence on Twitter, I think he has recommended Neil Sheehan to me many, many a time. I would love to have it in a folio edition. Look at that. So, any other folio fans out there, you're drooling right now. You know, history fans too, you're drooling over that. So, you know, I like to browse the Folio Society catalog. They've got In Search of the Dark Ages by Michael Wood. That's brand new. These are not cheap. And shipping is a bitch. I'm sorry. I'm going to use a semi-bad word. Oh, and here's another one I'm just jonesing over, but it is way too expensive. $300, but it's a 3-volume set. Let me get over here. Is it Dermot? Dermot McCulloch's A History of Christianity. It's not really. There you go. Look at that beautiful set here. $300. Woo! They also have another one that I want. Iron Kingdom, The Rise and Downfall of Prussia by Christopher Clark. 2-volume set. Because if you try to find the hardcover right now, and this book has been out forever, and I still can't find an affordable hardcover copy. But they're breaking it down into 2 volumes because it is big. That's $200. So obviously it's a Christmas gift guide, and you can only really afford like one. And there's John Kay's China, 2 volumes. I just ordered a book of his about the East India Trading Company from Hamilton Book. It's a paperback. But yeah, I mean, all these books, oy. But it's always fun to browse the Folio Society, is it not? Okay. Yeah, it's like window shopping. You're just like, I wish. I'm telling you, folks, I've told you before, the reason I have so many books is because I know how to shop. Yes, the things I have dropped big money on over the years are the Folio Societies. This is true. Also, my Ancient Christian Commentary series from IVP. But other than that, I shop at like Hamilton Book Outlet, used books on Thrift Books, and also third-party sellers on Amazon. And every now and then, if the price drops in a brand new book on Amazon, I might get it. But I know how to shop. I know how to get those deals. So what came in the mail? I haven't even taken the plastic off some of these. I've got my new issue of Commentary. That's the October issue, Requiem for a Superpower. This is a really thoughtful magazine. I really enjoy it. These people are not like wingnuts or anything like that. They really are thoughtful commentators, hence commentary, on politics, and I find them moderate, and I really enjoy commentary. I listen to their podcast and really appreciate it. And then I got the new issue of Military Heritage. They recently moved to a new format. I think I've talked about this in another video. They moved to a larger format. It never used to be this wide. And I think that's because they wanted to increase the font size, because it was a smaller, let's see, like a regular, it was like a regular size, but the font was so small. So now you get these big, beautiful, like it's more readable. You get these spreads. I'm really happy to see they have a Civil War cover. The last few Military Heritages I had have been like black and white World War II photos and stories. But this one, they're highlighting the bloody stand at Chickamauga, which is outstanding. Oh, yeah, look at that. We will hold it or die here. And that's my boy. I have to say that next to Grant, General George Thomas is one of my favorite Civil War generals, period. But especially on the Union side. He was amazing. He was a Virginian, and he stayed loyal to the Union, and he lost his entire family over it. Talk about knowing what you believe in and willing to lose everything to stay with your country. Yeah, Robert E. Lee could have learned something from General George Thomas, and George Thomas was an excellent general, excellent general. But he's the Rock of Chickamauga, baby. I highly recommend, Military Heritage, they moved to a bigger format, so I think they charge a little bit more now. Oh, that's the other thing, too. They moved to a quarterly. So before, it was a smaller format, probably, a third of this width. And what was I going to say? It came out bi-monthly, so you had 6 issues a year, right? And so now you get it quarterly, but it's definitely, ooh, I love it. And they cover all areas of history. You get just a ton of great stuff in each issue. Like this one is like, is this Vietnam? Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. They've really upped their game as far as like graphics, artwork. I love it. It's really worth it. I think for a quarterly subscription, it's like $29.95. I really highly recommend it. I love Military Heritage. I've been subscribing to them for ages. In fact, I think it's replacing Military History as one of my favorites as far as like just straight up military history magazine. Military History magazine is as much as has the regular size. I think it still is bi-monthly. But they don't have as much. I think it's mostly ads and stuff. So Military Heritage is the way to go. I was excited to get that. Also, another great history magazine I have raved about on this channel, and I think a lot of you have picked it up, is National Geographic History. It's just beautiful. And this one's all about the Vikings. All right. They never have an issue where there's not at least 4 things that you're just like, oh, I love it. At least 4 things. So this is the November-December issue. You get your wine club ads. But look at the maps and stuff. It's just so richly, lavishly illustrated. The Orient Express, Romance of the Railway. A lovely hodgepodge of different eras, different times, different aspects. This is the Vikings in the Mediterranean. I just love its quality. And as you can see, it's one of my top, I keep it like this high honor right there, is National Geographic History. So this one I'll just slide in there. And I can only fit 3 or so at a time. And I kind of move the ones from the back and I put those in storage. There's some magazines I like to save. And then I just had a deal to subscribe to the New Yorker for 25 issues for $20. It was crazy. So I went for it, and there's my mailing label. But I got the new issue of the New Yorker. So I already got another issue before then. I've already read it. But so I thought I'd check it out. I used to subscribe religiously to this. lost a little bit of interest. But you know, there's some interesting stuff. I have a new issue. It's still again in the plastic, but I also subscribe to. Oh, I don't have. Well, this is the Alfred Hitchcock's mystery magazine, November December 2021. They take care of it when they send it to you. It's time to renew. I still need to read the other ones I've gotten so far. I read the first. Well, I also subscribe to Ellery Queen Mystery Magazine, and I think it was the May-June issues that I started with on my subscription. So those I finished, but I things got really crazy with the whole realtor thing, and are we selling the house? Are we moving? Packing. I just didn't get around to reading July, August, or September, October. So I'm a little backlogged, but the new issue of Alfred Hitchcock has come in. It's already time to renew. I will support them. I'll probably renew. I might even renew for 2 years for both of them, just to set it and forget it and just have those come in. I really enjoy them. Something, you know, when I'm not reading something at night that's due for a review, or I'm buddy reading, I will pull one of these little, like, you know, penny press things right here and just go to town and just kind of unwind in bed and read short stories, mystery short stories. Sorry. They're fun. They're relaxing for me. I really enjoy, and some of the writing's really good. I kind of discover new writers sometimes by reading Ellery Queen and Alfred Hitchcock mystery magazines. Also brand new, and I haven't taken it out of the plastic yet. But at least it goes to show they take care of it when they're mailing it to you. But I have the new issue of the American Historical Review. I mean, big-ass journal, right? Look at that. Bam. I'm a paid member of the American Historical Association, the AHA, and that's part of your membership, is that you get the journal or the review. And this comes out every other month, and there's like some essays in the front, and then the majority is like book reviews in the back. I love it. Love it. And these I save. The bookcase in the bedroom has just the back, just the older issues, and yeah, American Historical Review. Fabulous. It's a great place to discover new work, some thoughtful essays and articles. So good times there. What else? Dare I show this? I think I signed up for this because it was free. Maybe the only other person who might subscribe, or not even subscribe, it's like 5 pages. It's not even. I bought books from the Mises Institute, the Ludwig von Mises Institute. David Murphy, he might get this, but I got the Austrian, a publication of the Mises Institute. This is their new issue. It's like nothing. It's like 5 pages. You know, it's like, it doesn't even, like 20 pages. You know, just wide. You can't even really call it a magazine. But Sovietization of America. Interesting. I don't know who these people are really, but interesting. I might read this interview. You know, I don't know who Yuri Meltsev is. Maybe David Murphy does, but yeah, I wonder if David Murphy gets this. Anyway, I like to read a lot of different things. It doesn't, no, nothing offends me really, except communism. That offends me. Just kidding. Well, no, I'm not. But anyway, so yeah, I think that's what I can show you guys. Let's see. You know what? No, I'm going to show you 2 more books. One moment. Okay, so many of you know that I belong to the History Book Club, and I have my credits, and I'm really good about saving them up. Sometimes I let them roll, gather. You know, they charge you about 2 credits a month is about like $36, and you can use the credits to buy books. And it's actually a really good deal. So when I saw that this was coming up, you know, I had to get it, and I wanted to use a credit on it. But this is, I'm glad I finally have it. And this is the new biography of Robert E. Lee by Alan Gelso, A Life. So I picked that up with my credit. Oh, that's going to look good on the shelf. You can actually, interesting. I'll say it again. I've read the biography by Elizabeth Pryor Brown, or Brown Pryor, Reading the Man, and I really loved that book. I thought that was the best biography of Lee I'd ever read. But we'll see. Alan Gelso is an outstanding writer and Civil War historian. So we'll see how this one matches up. But you know I had to get it for my Civil War library. I just love reading. It doesn't matter how many times I've read about a person or a battle. Civil War fascinates me. And then the other book I got with my credit was I picked up The Ottomans by Mark David Baer. This is Khans, Caesars, and Caliphs. So just a nice big juicy 1-volume history there on the Ottomans. My basic books. And I think, and this one is put out by Knopf. So these are just a couple of the, I guess you call it purchases, but I felt like I just had credits, and so I didn't really spend anything now. I paid for it earlier, but... So yeah, The Ottomans, I don't think I need to read to you the description, but anyway. So just, this was just a random video. Just thought I'd come at you with what I'm doing right now. I'm probably going to take a week off around Thanksgiving, and that'll allow me some really good, some other good stuff that I can read. Yeah, you know what? I was going to show you another book, but I realized... I'm going to do a nonfiction November TBR, and I'll show you that book then. But, yeah, I'll save that for another video. Anyway, guys, so let me know what you think about anything. Just, I'm happy. I just, I'm sorry, and I do want to apologize for my lack of response and a lot of the comments lately. I have been really busy. I've been also kind of sick, but I'm feeling better now, thank goodness. And I just haven't had the energy... just the energy to get the computer, log on, and just be engaged. So I'm coming back. I'm going to try to catch up on all the comments, the wonderful comments a lot of you have left me. So thank you so much. Thanks for being with me and coming along on this journey. I really appreciate it. I hope your Sunday is great. I hope I'm going to upload this one and put it up tonight. Anyway, it's a beautiful day here in Denver. The leaves are golden. There's a light, cool breeze. The leaves are falling. It's a gorgeous day, and I'm feeling better, and I'm happy for that, and I'm happy that you're here. So thank you for subscribing and liking and commenting, and I promise I'll be catching up on a lot of your comments, and I haven't forgotten you. I don't ignore you guys. I really, every time I get a comment, I just get tickled to know that there's someone out there who is interested enough or engaged enough in what I've talked about or shown to send a comment. So again, thank you for that. And I guess until next time, BookTube, I will be making more videos, and we'll see you again. Take care. Bye.